What's up, guys? Today we are diving into the BlackSmith Biometric Safe right here behind me. This is the 1 cubic foot model, digital keypad, digital touchpad, backup keys, dual alarms. But is this thing actually going to keep your stuff safe, or is it just another overpriced lockbox? Let's dive into BlackSmith's Biometric Safe.
Give it to me like.
All right, guys, so we're recording point of view from my Meta AI glasses by Ray-Ban, but this is what we're going to be unboxing is this Fingerprint Safe box. The Safe box, something everybody should have to store their collectibles, whether it's silver, gold, jewelry, doesn't matter. It's a size that anybody could use, especially for those of you living in apartments and what have you, smaller homes where you don't have the physical space for a giant safe for your stuff. Maybe just have a small space, and this is probably going to be ideal for you. So if this comes through okay, it's going to be part of the video, but I wanted to show the unboxing of what is actually inside of here. So we can open this up, and this is by BlackSmith, and I'll leave a link in the description of the video. They're on sale right now through Amazon. Click that link and it will take you directly to this one. There's multiple colors. Sorry for seeing a huge mess in this office. I haven't recorded in quite a while, and you can see my son's Prime collection and boxes and all that good stuff. Doesn't matter. So here's what we have. A bunch of foamy stuff, some bubble wrap, and this is why it was so heavy. Okay, first thing I notice is great. We have a way to mount this to something so that someone just can't walk off with it, right? And on the bottom as well. Okay, so that was one of my main concerns. So this is actually going to be pretty sweet. So stay tuned. Let's dive into this. There's multiple ways to open this thing up, and it could be for you in the place that you live to keep your valuables, possibly even a weapon, safe away from small children, what have you. All right, stay tuned. Let's open this thing up, see what's inside. All right, folks, so right out of the box, this thing feels solid. Alloy steel construction, weighs about 20 pounds, so it's really not super heavy, but enough that it doesn't feel like it's just a toy box. You know what I'm saying? It's got this clean LCD screen, fingerprint reader right here, keypad, and it even comes with 2 override keys and mounting hardware, as I showed you in that Meta AI Ray-Ban footage, which was something that I was really looking forward to in this type of box, because something like this you can keep your valuables in, but somebody can just pick it up and walk away with it. This gives us the option to mount it somewhere safe and give someone less of a chance just to walk away with this thing. When we get into the interior, supposedly has a soft carpet base, LED lights inside of it, and a shelf which is removable. Being this is the first time that I'm actually monkeying with this thing, so I'm reading the directions as we go, which we're all going to have to do anyways, but we're just getting my take. If this is something you're thinking about buying, or maybe something similar, this will give you an idea of the setup, ease or not ease of how to. So in the directions, with these override keys that comes with it, right here, I'm just going to throw the bag to the side. This is the override protector. So we're supposed to insert the key and turn clockwise. Clockwise or counterclockwise. Let's see. Okay, turn counterclockwise and turn the handle. So let's open this thing up and take a look for the first time together at how this looks. All right, let's come in on this, just a touch, just like that. And we're gonna get rid of these felt pads. That's obviously for shipping purposes. What else do we have in here? Okay, we have our mounting hardware, which is great. Again, this is something this was very important to me, having this hardware. So that right off the bat is a bonus. We don't need this stuff, silica gel. We don't need that. And we have a couple styrofoam thingies, keeping everything good to go. Keeping everything good to go. We have a removable tray in here that can come out. This is pretty chintzy. It is a carpeted, what is this? Some type of mesh bag. Okay, we've got a mesh bag. We're going to read up to see what this is. We'll set it on top, and that is our carpeting. Isn't bad carpeting, felt carpeting. I mean, you really can't mess that up. So let's start here and let's figure out how to get our digital touchpad and our fingerprint scanner set up, because they claim it's less than 1/10 of a second fingerprint scan to open this thing up. And let me come back out. I want to show you guys that it is a double, I guess, double pin right here. So we close that, boom, boom, done, locked. Nothing on the top or the bottom. Nothing here, nothing here. So let's close it up. Just like that. And the next time we open this, it will be with the keypad, or it will be with the fingerprint scanner or the keypad. Again, I want to test this out. It says less than 1/10 of a second. All right, guys, so after doing a little bit of reading, we now have this set up the way, just to show you for the video, okay? I'll change the passwords and all that stuff. Obviously, you can't copy my thumbprint, but this is the ease and simplicity of getting into this particular box. So let's start with the digital touchpad. Anywhere from 3 to 8 numbers or letters. You want to spell something out, obviously you could spell something out with your, text pad here as well. But for the sake of this video, I did it very simple. So what you have to do is to get in is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pound open sesame. And look at that. We loaded this baby up with all kinds of goodies. There are light kicked on for us. Not the greatest light in the world, but if it was dark, you do have a light. So we have, well, I forgot to put the battery cover back on. Our battery cover is right here. That locks into place there. I just set it in there. So we have a little bag of silver here. You can even keep a beautiful little pistol like that right there. This Zombucks container actually fits in here. I had to slide it in just like that, but this is a pretty big size. I'm a silver and gold stacking channel, and this is a collectible. This is, the size of this doorway, and it fits in there so nice and neat, just like this. If you are a collector of this series and thinking about wanting to store this box, you can do that. In here, we also have plenty of germanium mint stuff. We have a couple gold pieces right here. Couple nice pieces of gold grams. Hey, if you're a baseball card collector or sports card collector, right here we have a Stan Lee gem mint. What is this? 8 Stan Lee, beautiful card right here, graded by PSA. Brand new product from Germanium Mint. Right here, what else do we have? We got a 10-ounce bar by the Royal Mint Germanium Mint collaboration. We have a Spectre's products, the Gunnier, beautiful piece right there. And the top shelf, and I wanted to show that this shelf could actually hold some weight and it didn't just fall apart. We have 111 ounces of silver just sitting right there on that top shelf, all willy-nilly like. So let's slide that over there. And then not only that, we still have, these tubes will stand up here like this, but they will not stand up underneath the shelf. You could line them up to meet the shelf. I guess if I try, well, they do go up underneath the shelf. So standard tubes like this for capsules hold 20 ounces of silver. You could do that. And your tubes of American Silver Eagles, those can actually go up on the top shelf as well. Obviously, I'm still working on this tube. You can see that, but that's not what this video is about. We're reviewing this. So, very easy to enter once you read the directions book, correct? Now, let's test out the thumbprint. So, it said 1/10 of a second. It's probably a second, what have you. But it opens up, right? Thumbprint. It can hold up to 50 fingerprints and all kinds of codes in here. So you could have multiple codes to get into this thing and keep your stuff safe. What I found out about this is actually let me come back out. This is a fireproof bag. So anything you want to keep fireproof inside of this safe, you would want to put inside of this bag. This safe is obviously not fire rated, but the bag is. Let's see if it fits this 9mm. I wouldn't want to put my 9mm in this and try and fumble around, but this Smith & Wesson 9mm does fit in there nice and secure. But for mine, I want this thing close by. Well, mine just sits out regardless, because anybody comes into my place, there's bigger than this, by the way. But I guess if it was a collector's gun of sorts, you could put it in this. But documents, some type of documents that you wouldn't want burnt up. Again, this is for you living in those small places where you want to keep some important stuff safe and you also don't want it ripped off. You understand? So I showed those mounting holes. They're at the bottom and they're at the back of this piece right here. And perfect for closet shelf mounting. Just don't expect it to be Fort Knox. It's a deterrent, not a fortress. Let's go over just a few of my personal pros and cons of this safe. Quick biometric access. Clean display and the backlighting. Great. Dual alarm is a nice touch. Mute mode for stealth access. And it also can be mounted easily. Cons. There's no fire rating, no waterproofing. Still a prying risk if not mounted. So if you do not mount this, just know that somebody can come in and walk away with it, and they're probably going to get into it fairly easy, especially if you keep these like magnetized to the side and just waiting for somebody to get into it. And again, it's really not ideal for high value long-term storage, but if it's all you have, then it's probably not a bad idea. Consider this thing like a beefed up hotel room safe. Compared to similarly priced safes like Amazon Basics or Stack-On models, this is a step up with the features, but it may not have the physical strength. Usually runs about $120 to $150, but on sale now and the rest of this month for about 99 bucks. Not a bad thing if you want quick access, but again, it's definitely not Fort Knox. All right, guys, so in the comments section, let me know how you feel about this safe. You know, for under 150 bucks, it's tough to beat, especially if you have absolutely nothing. Again, as I stressed, it's not Fort Knox, but you want to have it mounted to something, a wall, a shelf, something that is immovable to have this thing mounted to. And it gives you the options on the back side and the bottom. You saw what I could fit in mine, plus much, much more. So if it's something you're looking for, in the description of this video is a link. Will take you directly to that product. And again, there's multiple colors. This one happened to be a white one. I think there's a pink one. I think there's a black one. I think there's a tan one. I'm not 100% sure on that. But again, let me know in the comment section what you feel about it. Is this something that you've been interested in and now going to go out and get because you saw this video? Or is it something that now interests you because you're that type of person who lives in that small place and has some stuff that you want to keep put away and you actually have a way to mount this thing? All right, let me know how you feel again in the comment section. And by the way, if you are new to the Pauly Buck YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Check out this video on your way out, and I will see you all on the next one. Thanks, everybody.